as every single one of you know, I am a big horror fan. So this was my most anticipated movie of the year. Not only because this was a horror film, but because it had one of the most interesting marketing like I've ever seen. Like the way that they marketed this movie before it even had a title was something to behold. It was impressive. I literally discovered this movie off of a YouTube video deciphering the little like 30-second clips that were posting before they even posted the title to the movie. Now, I must say this movie having this insane marketing led to a lot of hype surrounding the movie, especially with the reviews and how like just intricate every single detail of these teasers and trailers, and just like the main character saw Nicolas Cage for the first time, where her heart rate went 170 BPM or something like that. The marketing was just great, and it just led to this very high expectations. I don't know about you, but it really led into extremely high expectations to me, to the fact that I was expecting a brand new Hereditary, like a fresh Hereditary movie, like as a investigation type of horror film. But I must say, it is not. It is. I don't. Me personally, I don't think it's Hereditary level. So me going into this movie expecting something like that literally just like kind of brought down my enthusiasm towards the movie. Not saying that the movie is bad by no means, but I feel like me going into this movie with such high hype kind of ruined the moment. you know I feel like, and it has, yes, it has something to do with the marketing, but it's more like personal, right? I was setting myself high expectations, like outstandingly high expectations, but I should have not. So let's get into the movie, because I'm taking way too long on this. The movie itself is amazing. Like, it is one of the best horror films I've seen this year. Easily the best horror film release thus far. Definitely my number one as of right now. This movie is really just an experience. This is something you get to experience and feel. Like, the movie just feels completely like you just feel like you're getting asphyxiated, like you're getting choked out the whole movie, because it's just like, it's so dark, it's so gritty, it's so well shot, well acted. The sound designs are amazing, the pacing is great, the writing is amazing as well. Like, it's just overall just a really good package, you know what I'm saying? It does lean into some generic moments and things that I kind of didn't really see the point, or like kind of things that took me out of the movie real quick, but those are like spoiler territory, so I don't really want to talk about that, because this, I do think this, if you're a horror fan, you like horror films, this is definitely a must watch. I would say that it's not for everybody. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's a slow burner, of course. You're doing an investigation, and not everything happens in like the first second, but everything is paced very well, to the point where you're not exactly bored, even though you're investigating this case. There's always something going on. You're seeing these characters develop, and of course, you get to see Nicolas Cage being a fucking psychopath, which is amazing. The movie is very eerie. The movie just like creeps up on you, and it has these certain scenes and very like heavy themes, really, which lead more into fantasy more than anything, but I do see it being real. That's why I liked it a lot, is because it felt real. It felt like something that actually does happen. It reminded me a lot of the clowns, the killer clowns, and all that stuff. Like, it just feels real. It feels like something that you would probably see happening. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I just think this is a well packaged film that has everything we've been lacking for the past, like, what, 50 horror films, right? We've only had like 3-4 good horror films this year, and last year we had one, which was Talk to Me. So we've been lacking in horror films. So getting a film like this was really good. I really enjoyed this movie thoroughly, and I give this movie an 8.5 to a 9. 8.5. Look, I'm leaning down. When I came out of the theater, I said it was a 9, but then I thought about it more, and then I brought it down, because there's just a lot of things that I would have liked to see or things that I wouldn't like to see. You know what I'm saying? There's some sort of scenes that kind of lead into humor, but it just makes no. There's some scenes that just makes no sense. Okay, there's just some scenes where I just go like, okay, that felt so out of place. But overall, this is absolutely a must watch. This is one of the best horror films I've seen. Absolutely well shot, well acted, well crafted overall. Everybody that worked on this film, including the marketing team, did an outstanding job on this film. Absolutely. I cannot praise this movie enough. A bit overhyped, I must say, just a bit overhyped. This movie will genuinely go down in history as one of the movies that had one of the best marketing teams of all time. Like I'll say it right now, like with no shame at all. This was one of the greatest marketings I've ever seen for any movie ever. At least that's a massive trope to give to the movie. Because the movie itself is fine, but it just doesn't live up to what they were selling. You know what I'm saying? But it's not bad. By no means is it bad. So I'll see you guys next time.